It's official. Donald Trump has announced Indiana Governor Mike Pence as his running mate on the GOP ticket. Fire officials are trying to determine the cause of a house fire this morning that sent 3 people to the hospital. A sad story out of Charlotte County tonight where a 2-year-old boy drowned in a fish pond right outside his home. And I just want to give you a better idea of how these homes are just ripped apart. This is Brendan Murphy's kitchen sink. He says when he looked into Hamlet's eyes, they were glazed over and he had foam coming out of his mouth. He says at one point he had Chris Heater in this corner. You can still see the blood. He was stabbing him over and over. This is the moment we've been waiting for, Camden's ultimate water balloon fight, and no one is safe, not even me right now. As you can see, oh my gosh, behind me. Some Appalachian Power customers in Lynchburg woke up to a power outage today. So let's break this down. Again, this is the 4th fatal accident at Goodyear in the last year. I am in front of what is left of Jack Baker's home. His family tells me the 89-year-old was actually home when the storm hit. They say he was sitting in that comforter when high winds ripped the side of his home off. The Pokemon Go frenzy is still running high, but the game has ended for one Michigan player. A new flavor of Oreo is hitting the shelves.
This might be just something I'd have to try.
The deep fried Twinkie comes in 2 flavors, orange golden and chocolate. I feel like I need to run a lap just because I just told you about that.
Stopped eating those a long time ago.
Noreen, at one point, this went all the way up to the FBI. Brooks was at the center of a federal investigation when the Lynchburg Commonwealth's attorney took over. Mike Doucette shared with me what he could about a rivalry that went too far. A 25-year veteran of the Nelson County Sheriff's Office, retired Sheriff David Brooks has now found himself on the wrong side of the law. Police arrested Brooks Thursday along with Rebecca Adcock, his former lieutenant.
Sheriff Brooks was charged with the felony of attempting to misappropriate public funds, with being an accessory before the fact to an illegal videograph, to illegally disseminating that videograph.
Adcock is also charged in connection to that illegal video. According to court documents, Brooks and Adcock filmed Mac Bridgewater while he was naked in a motel room.
Mac Bridgewater ran against Sheriff Brooks on 2 occasions.
ABC 13 spoke with Bridgewater in 2011 when he lost the sheriff's race by just 9 votes and was demanding a recount.
Definitely going to do a recount. I will not concede anything at this point. 9 votes is way too slim a margin for me to concede anything.
But Doucette says the alleged video was made in October of 2013. According to Virginia State Police, Brooks used department funds around that time to conduct a personal investigation in Lynchburg, in which Adcock was actively involved.
Some of it occurred in the city of Lynchburg, some of it occurred in Nelson County, yes.
Doucette believes Brooks was aware he was being investigated when he announced his retirement in 2015.
I got a feeling that a lot of people knew a lot of what was going on.
As you can imagine, Patel is still quite shaken up, but she's more concerned about her Shih Tzu, Prince. The dog weighs no more than 20 pounds, but when the men came into this store, guns drawn, he tried his best to protect her.
Today's happened to me, tomorrow somebody else.
Sarla Patel has no visible injuries, but the emotional wounds of being held at gunpoint run deep.
I didn't sleep 2 nights. Every time that scene come to in my mind.
She and her husband opened the Dewdrop convenience store in Madison Heights 9 years ago.
I know almost all community.
But last Tuesday, 3 men she didn't recognize came into her store with a gun drawn.
You see the gun, and right away I know it's going to be a mess.
The store surveillance footage shows Patel screaming as the men come in and point a gun in her face. Another angle shows 2 of the men push Patel toward the register.
They just always use the bad language and just say that, give me the money, give me the money.
But Patel says in the heat of the moment, an unlikely hero came to her rescue.
When they asked me the money and they couldn't find it, and he barked, he protected me.
Unfortunately, her Shih Tzu Prince was no match for the gunmen. And before they left, Patel says they kicked the dog twice.
And that's really hurt me, that he kicked 2 times.
The robbery happened in under 2 minutes. But for Patel, it felt like hours.
He is a hero. He's my hero. He's a prince. Right, baby?
Hundreds of Donald Trump supporters endured the blistering heat to secure their seats inside the Hotel Roanoke.
Go to wall.
Trump and his running mate Mike Pence chose Virginia as their first stop as the party's official presidential ticket.
I love the state. I have so many friends here. I'm here all the time.
But in a one-on-one interview with me backstage, Donald Trump didn't speak so affectionately about the state's junior senator, Tim Kaine.
He had a very, very unsuccessful term as governor of Virginia. He's not very popular.
But he was elected as senator right after that, and he's been mayor, governor, senator. Seems pretty popular to me.
Well, he's not popular now because you look at his poll numbers and he's certainly not popular.
Trump even went as far as to say he's not relatable to those who used to support Bernie Sanders in the primaries.
He doesn't represent the Bernie Sanders people at all. He's sort of the opposite.
Then I asked if Trump coming to Roanoke was a strategic move on his part following Clinton's decision to pick Kaine as her running mate.
No, I love the area. I'm very big in Virginia. I have tremendous properties.